Okay, we are talking about super interesting nutrient, one you don't hear a lot about. It's called choline. Last we spoke, we said choline is a key component of the membrane of a cell, the outside part of a cell. The body's made up like raisin bread. We've said this so many times. This is really important to picture how the body is structured. It's kind of structured like raisin bread. Just like raisin bread has raisins and bread, the body's made up of cells and stuff. Cells are the raisins, and the stuff would be the bread. Stuff is technically called the matrix, or the extracellular matrix. And the point where the raisin meets the bread, or where the cell meets the matrix, is where you find the membrane. The cell membrane is the interface between the raisins and the bread. The cell membrane is the interface between the cell, the inner world of a cell, and the outer world of a cell. The inside intracellular space and the outside extracellular space is all connected via the membrane. The membrane is this connector between the inside and the outside. And the tiny little space that's made up by the membrane and surrounded on either side by the inside of the cell and the outside of the cell is technically called the matrosome, and that's the area that's composed of the inside of the cell, the membrane, and the outside of the cell. And this little juncture, this little interface between the inside of a cell, the outside of a cell, and the membrane right in the middle is the key juncture of all health and wellness. Or conversely, when this area breaks down, it is the juncture of disease. Choline is a key component of the membrane where it acts to link the outside with the inside. When this little membrane starts to break down, and it can break down under conditions of deficiency, big trouble results. I got a letter yesterday from a guy who has multiple sclerosis. Where is that letter here? Let me find this thing because it's kind of interesting. This is a gentleman who says he listens to the program. Let's see what it says. I've been listening faithfully every day. I hope someone can help me with my MS because it has claimed my left side of the left side of my body. I'm a 30-year-old musician. I use my left hand to create, and now I'm unable to record or write or hold a fork. I know. What is he? I can't really understand everything he's saying here. It sounds like he had a little bit of a hard time typing as well as writing. But the bottom line is he's got MS, multiple sclerosis, which is a classic membrane disease. Multiple sclerosis is a disease where the membrane starts to break down. This gentleman continues to say he's taking something called Carnivora. His cousin gave him some Carnivora. He sees little change. It's been 3 or 4 months. And his MS is getting worse. Well, you don't have a Carnivora might be a great product, but it isn't an MS cure. It isn't an anything cure because MS or diseases in general are not signs of carnivore or any other deficiency. They're signs that something is breaking down in terms of the nutrition and chemistry of the body. In the case of MS, you've got a membrane breakdown. That means building the membrane is going to be a key strategy for dealing with multiple sclerosis or any nerve membrane disease or any membrane disease or any disease, because all diseases have a membrane breakdown component. Choline strengthens the cell membrane. If it's a biological membrane, you're going to find choline. That, by the way, means all cells have choline embedded in their structure. Literally embedded. You think that makes choline important stuff? You better believe it. Choline is conditionally essential. That means you're probably not going to get enough of it in your diet. You're probably not going to be making enough of it, which means you probably should be getting it in your diet. You're probably going to make a little bit of choline. Choline is not essential per se in the sense that you absolutely have to supplement with it, but it's conditionally essential in the sense that it's a good idea. And according to a lot of indicators, lots of people are deficient in this stuff. Choline can be found in fat-burning supplements. When you think about fats, you want to think about choline. When you think about fats, you want to think about the membrane. When you think about the membrane, you want to think choline. Choline's fat-burning properties are probably one of its most important features. It's a fat-burning nutrient. Technically, they call that a lipotrope. That's the fancy way of saying fat-moving or fat-burning or fat processing. So if you're out there looking for a fat-burning supplement, you're probably going to find choline in it. Just using choline can help your body process fats. In fact, choline is found in the body's most important fat-solubilizing substance, bile. Choline is a raw material for bile. It's actually a bile builder. If you have gallbladder issues or if your gallbladder's been removed, taking choline can help you metabolize fats and fatty vitamins and minerals like calcium and selenium and zinc, all of which depend on bile for their processing. Choline is also a key component of lecithin. We talk about lecithin on this program all the time as a fat metabolizing nutritional supplement. Well, choline can help you make your own lecithin. Getting enough dietary choline or supplemental choline can help you make lecithin, and that has its own fat-moving or lipotropic benefits. And lecithin is also important for multiple sclerosis and nervous system disorders and for brain health benefits too. Choline, as I say, is a raw material for the manufacturing of lecithin in the human body. That's a lot of benefits, folks, from one nutrient, and that's a lot of benefits from one nutrient that hardly anybody ever talks about. And by the way, because bile is important for lowering blood cholesterol, choline, a raw material for making bile, can be an important supplement for keeping cholesterol levels down, for keeping cholesterol stones from forming, and for improving heart and circulatory system health. Choline requirements increase with age. This is especially true for menopausal women. There seems to be a relationship between estrogen and choline. As estrogen levels drop, choline requirements go up. That makes perfect sense when you consider estrogen's role as a growth hormone and stress management hormone. Estrogen makes things happen. Estrogen upregulates electrical energy in the body, and choline is very important for stabilizing surges of electrical energy. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're coming back at you with more good health information on the bright side. Our number is 855-660-4261. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away.
Quantitative easing, unemployment at depression levels, Europe financial system falling apart, China getting out of U.S. treasuries. At the end of 2008, the time of TARP, the national debt was at $11 trillion, gold trading around $850 per ounce. Close to 2012, the national debt exceeded $16.4 trillion, gold doubled to $1,600 per ounce. The $20 trillion threshold for the national debt is inevitable. Politicians in Washington have a ferocious appetite for spending and stimulus. What's worse, a printing press to finance. 100 years ago, we had a gold standard to limit this madness, but now you have to adopt your own gold standard. Don't be fooled with paper promises. Get Midas Resources 10 Reasons to Buy Gold free by calling 800-686-2237. Understanding the gold and silver market may be the only insurance you could have to avoiding the next economic crisis. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order your free copy. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
Hi, everyone. I'm Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist and host of The Bright Side. The good news about nutrition and health. The good news that if you or someone you care about is on a prescription drug or has some kind of health challenge, there's a gentle, natural, healthy way to address most health issues without drugs and without doctors. And it's as simple as understanding how the parts of the body work and how they interact with the foods we eat and the nutrients we take in. If you've heard me on The Bright Side or at one of my presentations, you know I'm a man on a mission to help you understand health and wellness and the remarkable healing powers of the biological system called the human body. And if you like The Bright Side, you're going to love my new website, brightsideben.com. You'll find articles and links, you'll be able to access archives, and we'll even have exclusive information that you won't hear on the radio show. And of course, you can purchase the Longevity nutritional supplements and even sign up to join my Longevity team and make an impact, make a difference, and maybe make some money too. Check out brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com, or call 866-735-2470 for more information.
It's time to build your own emergency food stockpile with the industry leader, My Patriot Supply. Once you try them, you'll know why so many Americans like you have made them part of their emergency preparedness plan. Experience the My Patriot Supply difference today with this unbelievable offer. Right now, a 4-week food supply is only $99, and that includes free shipping. That's 50% off the online price. Call 800-274-3070 to claim yours. Limit 2 per caller while supplies last. This offer isn't available online, so you want to make sure and grab this opportunity to get prepared today. 800-274-3070 to get your 4-week food supply for the incredible price of only $99, and it'll be shipped to you completely free. Call 800-274-3070 right now. That's 800-274-3070 to claim yours while supplies last. Don't wait. Call today.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal services.
And I also want to encourage you all to check out my blog at pharmacistben.com, which we update regularly with news stories as well as blog posts. Okay, we're talking choline. Very important nutritional supplement, but one you don't hear a heck of a lot about. It's not essential. You don't absolutely positively have to supplement or get it in your diet, but it is conditionally essential, which means it's a good idea to supplement with choline, or to make sure you're eating choline-containing foods. I'll tell you a few of those foods here in a little bit. Choline requirements increase as we get older, and choline requirements increase for a woman as her estrogen drops with menopause or with perimenopause. Estrogen is a make-things-happen hormone. Estrogen is a hormone that upregulates electrical energy, and choline helps stabilize electrical energy. Yesterday, we talked about the importance of choline for the developing fetus. Nature's way of making sure that its developing organisms have enough choline is to link its production to estrogen. That means the more development that's going on, the faster cells are growing, the more dependent the organism is going to be on this very interesting nutritional supplement, choline. A woman's estrogen levels rise with pregnancy, and so does her production of choline. So if estrogen dropping causes choline deficiencies, as estrogen levels go up, so does the production of choline. By the way, that means after hysterectomy, if you've had your uterus removed, your womb removed, your ovaries removed, your choline levels are going to drop. The classic sign of choline deficiency is fatty liver disease, and 1 out of 3 Americans is dealing with it. How much of that is related to choline deficiency? Well, it's anyone's guess, but certainly there has to be a connection. We know that perimenopausal women and menopausal women are at higher risk for fatty liver disease. All older folks are at higher risk for fatty liver disease, and certainly there is a choline deficiency component. And because fatty liver disease can in turn affect every single system in the body, choline deficiency, especially age-related choline deficiency, can cause serious health issues from pretty much any health issue you can name, from cancer to heart disease to Alzheimer's disease to diabetes. Does that mean you take choline and your Alzheimer's will disappear, your heart disease will go away? No, that's not what it means. But it means that if you want to protect yourself from getting these kinds of degenerative diseases, it sure would be a good idea to make sure you're supplementing with choline or making sure that you're getting choline in the diet. The top 4 leading causes of death: Alzheimer's disease, cancer, heart disease, and diabetes all have a choline deficiency component. Pretty much anything that can go wrong in the body can be associated with choline deficiency, and that, again, makes choline really, really important stuff, despite the fact that it's a rare nutritionist or medical professional that's hip to the critical nature of this really fascinating, if somewhat anonymous, nutrient. And what's even worse is that the foods that contain the highest amounts of choline are foods that conventional medicine tells us to avoid. Eggs and dairy, for example, are 2 of the best sources of choline. In general, the best food sources of choline are going to be fatty foods. Fish is a particularly good source. This is one of the reasons why fish is considered to be a brain food or a learning food. Choline is readily converted into the brain chemical acetylcholine, which is associated with learning and memory. Spent a lot of time talking about acetylcholine a few days ago. We'll spend a little more time talking about acetylcholine. Acetylcholine, as the name implies, is a type of choline. We'll spend some more time talking about that in the coming days. Choline is also partially, at least, responsible for the characteristic odor of fish. The fish smell is at least partially a choline smell. Some people actually have a particularly unpleasant choline processing genetic defect that causes them to convert the choline in their bodies into these fish odor compounds. It's called fish odor syndrome, or more technically, it's called trimethylaminoria. We just call it fish odor syndrome, and it can be obviously very distressing. If someone's born with this chemical processing defect, there's really no way to keep it from happening, although reducing dietary intake of fish and perhaps using activated charcoal or chlorophyll supplements may be helpful. Also, because bacteria in the gut are responsible for the biochemistry that produces this kind of fish odor compound, the trimethylaminoria as it's called. Making sure your digestive system is operating pristinely is important. It always is important, but especially in terms of gut bacteria that can cause some of this fish odor problem. Using probiotics and fermented foods may be helpful, as would be avoiding foods that trigger any digestive symptoms. A really interesting place to get your choline is from something called betaine. Betaine is found in many digestive enzyme supplements, including Longevity's Ultimate Enzymes. I love multifunctional supplements. You get lots of value if you use a multifunctional supplement, and nothing says multifunctional more than Longevity's Ultimate Enzymes. The enzymes are anti-inflammatory. The enzymes can help relieve pain. Digestive enzymes can thin the blood. Ultimate enzymes can improve, obviously, the digestive system, improve the health of the digestive system. And because betaine HCl is a key component of Longevity's Ultimate Enzymes, you can actually upregulate choline activity by using the Ultimate Enzymes. Because betaine reacts with lots of things, really. Betaine is very reactive. It makes an ideal delivery system for hydrochloric acid, which is important for activating enzymes and for digesting your food. HCl deficiencies are very common. HCl, hydrochloric acid, that is. Hydrochloric acid deficiencies are a leading cause of digestive problems, gas, bloating, malabsorption of proteins, malabsorption of minerals, and malabsorption of fats. All of these can be related to deficiencies in hydrochloric acid. If you've been listening to The Bright Side, none of this should come as a big surprise. We've talked about betaine HCl all the time as an important digestive supplement for acidifying the contents of the stomach and digestive juices, for lowering the pH, increasing acidity in the stomach. The betaine HCl in the Ultimate Enzymes makes the Ultimate Enzymes a well-rounded digestive support supplement that's much more than just enzymes. But the Ultimate Enzymes have an added feature. The betaine component, the betaine HCl component, is actually a form of choline, or you might say choline is a form of betaine. The body can turn the betaine into choline and vice versa. It can turn choline into betaine. Whichever way you look at it, they turn into each other in the body, and using your Ultimate Enzymes via the betaine in the Ultimate Enzymes is a really effective way to up your choline. And of course, if you get your betaine in the form of betaine HCl and the Ultimate Enzymes, you'll also be improving the health of your digestive system too. All right, lots more to say about choline. We'll finish up tomorrow. We'll tell you about some foods you can use to upregulate choline, tell you a little bit about acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter connection. Then we'll move on to another interesting anti-aging supplement as we continue talking about methylation is what we're talking about, and anti-aging supplements on the bright side.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating in excess of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929. This is John Hubner, and that was me in 2007. And we all know what happened when the subprime credit bubble burst. By March 2009, the dollar lost 50% of its value. The entire U.S. banking system was on the verge of collapsing. Like all financial problems of the past, is history about to repeat itself? Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129, before it's too late to protect yourself. Will the oncoming catastrophe take all private IRAs, 401ks with it? There is a way to protect your hard-earned assets. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.
By now you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Block-It Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockItPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockItPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockItPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
Attention! Do you owe money to the IRS or have years of unfiled returns? Are you being audited or receiving threatening letters? If the answer is yes, you need help. The IRS can seize your property and assets, impose fines and penalties, garnish your wages, and even go after your bank account. Don't take on the IRS by yourself. Don't let the IRS destroy your life. Take action now. Call our team of experts for a free and confidential initial evaluation. We've helped thousands resolve their tax problems. Let us help you. 800-261-7073. 800-261-7073.
There's a man named Dr. Joel Wallach who is anything but your typical doctor, both a veterinarian and naturopathic physician. Doc asks, why does the United States spend more money on healthcare by far and still rank 50th in health and longevity worldwide? He believes that people should empower themselves with a basic understanding of nutrition, take charge of their health, and attain optimal health and longevity through nutrition, not by toxic prescription drugs that lead to side effects and more toxic prescription drugs. Doc Wallach's message is resonating with an increasing number of Americans who are waking up to all the big government, big pharma, and big insurance manipulation of our healthcare system. I'm George Norrie, and I like what Doc Wallach is saying and doing to enlighten people about health care. Visit criticalhealthnews.com and listen to Dr. Wallach's Deadly Recipes lecture. It makes a lot of sense, and I urge you to join our Critical Health News team. Go to criticalhealthnews.com. That's criticalhealthnews.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of a house being trashed while a gang of thieves ransack the place. And what they don't steal will be destroyed.
You can prevent being the next victim of a break-in. Go to faketv.com and discover a device that creates the illusion someone inside is watching TV, even when you're miles away. Security is a mindset, and Fake TV should be part of your security solution. Be vigilant, but not fearful. faketv.com.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
We're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. We'll continue talking about choline tomorrow. Choline, that amazingly multifunctional nutritional supplement. Multifunctional, if anonymous, nutritional supplement, important for the brain, important for nerves, important for electrical activity in the body, important for cell membranes, important for the liver, important for bile, important for lecithin, important for helping lower cholesterol, important for fat metabolism. Important for all diseases. Choline is important for preventing birth defects and has benefits for the heart as well. This is an absolutely amazing nutritional supplement. You'll find some choline in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine as well as in the Ultimate Daily from Longevity. We will continue discussing this super important nutritional supplement tomorrow on The Bright Side. If you're interested in checking out my blog, it's pharmacistben.com. We update it regularly with news stories as well as blog posts. And I also want to encourage you to join the Brightside Ben team if you want to help spread the word about the importance and the power of a good nutritional supplement program. Help me in my mission to educate the world about the effectiveness and the power of a good nutritional supplement program. Whether you're dealing with a health challenge or not, you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. They can tell you all about it. If you're in the Hot Springs area or in the Little Rock, Arkansas area, I should say, I'll be doing a talk with Dr. Wallach on Friday, May the 9th, a week from tomorrow. at Hot Springs Village for Pete Greenway. And then on May 22nd, I'll be doing a talk in Indianapolis for Richard Stocks. If you're anywhere in the Indianapolis area or in the Little Rock, Arkansas, Hot Springs, Arkansas area, love to see you out there May 9th, next Friday in Arkansas, and May 22nd in Indianapolis. Okay, our number 855-660-4261. We do have a couple lines open for you. Let's go off to Connecticut and welcome Bruce to the bright side. What's up, Bruce?
Hey, Ben, I've been listening to your show, and I wanted to share with you kind of a protocol I've put together in terms of my health and healing after having challenges with thyroid issues, autoimmune, and losing weight. If it's okay, I'd like to...
Sure, love to hear. What kind of what flavor autoimmune disease did you have?
It came about from eating gluten.
What was it? How did it show up?
It showed up with tests on my thyroid, my T3s and T4s.
Got it.
It was not hyperthyroid, it's hypothyroid,
okay,
which is I think Hashimoto, where I wasn't producing enough T3s and T4s.
Okay.
And the correlation that's come up is from wheat and gluten. But let me share with you what I put together, and maybe you can make sense of it, because I'm having a hard time understanding why it all works. But
okay,
I'm taking Survival Shield and Super Male Vitality from Dr. Edward Group, CoQ10, probiotics that you recommended. I also started eating oysters, about 20 or 30 that I open and eat raw myself weekly, and that's had the most profound and best effect on my health more than anything else. Clams to a lesser degree, but it's helped with my energy and strength and libido in all areas.
How interesting. Well, oysters are a well-known libido food. I'll tell you why that is here in a sec, but go ahead.
Guacamole's been incredible. Eggs and berries and bananas, nutritional yeast, lecithin that you recommended. A little bit of fish. I've been very, very good with the tangy tangerine Beyond Osteo FX. It's increased my libido, my clarity, my overall
that's awesome.
feeling better, strength, and I gained my weight back. That I lost a lot of weight.
Nice.
I eliminated grains and wheat, specifically sugar, and I use stevia or raw organic honey. But I still have cravings for potato chips and ice cream. And if you could help me with...
I'll help you with the cravings.
If you could help me with what I've just shared with you about why these things have had a positive effect, I'd really appreciate it.
You're doing so many good things there, Bruce. It's hard to say what actually is causing the good effects, but you're doing tons of great things, especially the oysters. Oysters are a source of zinc, and zinc is very, very important for the immune system and also the reproductive system, and also for a sense of well-being. Zinc is involved in the production of testosterone and the processing of testosterone, and that's a well-being hormone that counteracts estrogen, which is a stress management hormone. So the oysters might have something to do with it. Laying off the gluten is probably, and laying off the grains and the wheat, that's probably the single most important thing that you're doing. But the fats are important. Dr. Group's products are also important. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine is helpful. Here's the thing. If you have cravings, you want to pay attention to those cravings, not by indulging the cravings, but by understanding the cravings. Cravings for sweets, and that includes cravings for bread and cereal and pasta and potatoes and starchy foods, usually indicate some kind of protein deficiency, especially true with kids, because kids are burning through protein at a really nice clip. We're all burning through protein pretty quickly because of how we live our lives. Protein is involved in building the body. When we're under stress, our bodies break down and their protein needs are increased. So when you have a protein deficiency, or if your protein needs are increased and you're not meeting those protein needs, you'll find yourself craving sugars and breads and pastas and cereals, etc., which count as sugars. Fruits and fruit juices too. So if you have those kinds of problems, cravings for bready type foods or sweet foods, you want to up your protein. If you have cravings for salt, you want to up your minerals. And if you have cravings for fats, which it sounds like you do, ice cream and potato chips are obviously sources of fats and oils, you want to consider dosing yourself with essential fatty acids, higher amounts. Our need for essential fatty acids is very high, much higher than anybody recognizes, and you can tell this by your cravings for fatty foods. Now, it turns out that ice cream is also a source, and potato chips are both sources of sugar, and potato chips anyway are also is also a source of salt, so you may have some protein deficiency issues too. too, and you might want to consider getting yourself on a protein supplement. I don't think I heard you say you were on a protein supplement. You may want to consider some whey protein, a whey protein supplement. And by the way, there was some interesting news last week about One World Whey, and I'm going to get to that. I'll try to get to that later. I've been meaning to talk about that. I'll get to that later here in the program. In any case, so whey protein is a good supplement. Egg protein, of course, is always going to be good. Hemp seed protein is a good way to get your protein. And then meat and fish can also get you protein, obviously, as well. You might also want to think about using Celtic sea salt for the potato chip cravings. If you take a teaspoon of Celtic sea salt and put it in water and sip on the salt water, as I've said so many times on this program, you're going to find that salt water tastes really, really delicious. And then over the course of your sips of this Celtic sea salt water, it's going to taste less and less delicious. Once you've met your body's need for salt, once you've drank enough of that Celtic sea salt, somebody could put some potato chips right in front of you, and you're going to have a hard time eating those potato chips. If you really, really, really want to get yourself off the potato chip kinds of foods, chips in general, what you can do is you can take a couple teaspoons full of coconut oil or of Udo's blend or some essential fatty acid rich oil, and then do your Celtic sea salt, and watch what happens with your cravings for the ice cream and your cravings for the potato chips, Bruce. I guarantee you 100%, if you do coconut oil or essential fatty acid rich oil and you do some Celtic sea salt and water, somebody could put some ice cream right in front of you or some potato chips right in front of you, and there's no way you're going to find yourself tempted to eat those foods. Now, as the salt is processed through your body and as the fats go through your body, your cravings will come back. But if you keep doing that, you can eliminate entirely, I'm talking 100%, cravings for snacky type foods, pretzels and potato chips, as well as ice cream. Hang tight, Bruce. We'll finish up when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We will be back right after this. Don't go away.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Heart and Body Extract continues to receive positive testimonials from people who have experienced amazing results, like Reed.
I just wanted to send you a quick but a very big thank you for Heart and Body Extract. I've been on the formula for nearly a month now, and the improvement in the circulation of my legs has been simply amazing.
Reed was facing a tough choice.
I was facing surgery due to the severity of the 100% blocked arteries in both my legs. And my decision, waiting for surgery, to say no and try Heart and Body Extract instead, has been thankfully the right decision.
And the result?
I can now walk up steps without noticeable pain.
Order Heart and Body Extract at 866-295-5305, 866-295-5305, or hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract for a long and healthy life.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufactured manufacturers. If you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
All right, we are back on the bright side, talking to Bruce in Connecticut. That makes sense how I explain that, Bruce, for fats?
It does. It does, Ben, and I love what you just had to say about the Celtic salt. It's such a great idea. I'd like to try as soon as possible.
Let me know. Let me know how that works for you.
I wanted to share with you also that a friend of mine put their dog, a 16-year-old dog, on the buckyball supplement Revitamol.
Oh, yeah.
For 3 months, and the 16-year-old dog is running around like a puppy now.
Weren't you going to call me weren't you going to help me out with that, Bruce? I want to do something with that.
I think I'd like to talk to you when you have a moment, and let's move that project together along with your skincare products so you can use the product as a carrier agent.
I'm very fascinated with that, and I totally forgot about it. Why don't you shoot me an email? Put your phone number on there, Bruce.
I will, and thank you for the advice and help today. And I'm wondering if you're going to be in the New York, New Jersey.
I will be. I absolutely will be. I'm going to be doing some business out there. Shoot me an email. We'll talk.
Okay. Thank you for all the help today, and I'll send you an email.
Thank you. God bless, Bruce. Okay. Let's see here. I want to address that whole. Well, you know what? I'll address the One World Way issue tomorrow on the bright side. I've gotten a bunch of letters, and I meant to do that. Some of you may not know this, but there was some controversy around the labeling on the One World Way product, which I used to absolutely love. It turns out there's some problems with it, and we'll talk about that at the beginning of the program tomorrow. So if you sent me an email and you want to know my take on this whole subject of One World Way, I'll do that tomorrow on the bright side as we begin the program. But we got some folks I want to get to on the phone. 855-660-4261 is our number. Michael in California, welcome to the bright side.
Hello.
Hello, my friend. What's going on?
My wife's thyroid imbalance, and they've got her on medication. They can't adjust it.
Of course not. That's one of the trickiest things to work with is the thyroid with medication. It's kind of like hidden in plain sight. Very, very, very few people, shockingly few people, get benefits from their artificial, synthetic, pharmacologically toxic synthetic thyroid hormones. A little bit better with your Armour thyroid, which is non-synthetic, but it's unusual to get tremendous benefits. Sometimes you get slight benefits from thyroid medication. She's hypothyroid, I take it, right, Michael? Low thyroid?
And she's gained weight. She has no energy.
Okay. This all comes part and parcel. Now, here are a couple of questions. I'll tell you how you address the thyroid here in a moment, but let me ask you a couple questions. How old is your wife approximately? Don't be exact. 50s?
No, 60.
She's in her 60s. 65. Yeah. Okay. And what is her health history? She has to have some kind of health history previous to being diagnosed as hypothyroid. I'm talking in her 30s and her 40s when she was a young woman. Diabetic or autoimmune problems, sore joints, arthritis, anything like that?
Nothing.
No?
Triple A personality.
Well, that's a good thing.
An Aries, stubborn.
Okay, now we're delving out of into the non-nutritional realm there, so we don't need to go there. Here's the thing about the thyroid. The thyroid regulates everything, absolutely everything. So once the thyroid becomes suppressed, there's not a single cell, not a single structure, not a single organ, gland, system in the body that will not be negatively affected. The digestive system will start to slow down, the heart, circulatory system, the heart will start to slow down, the brain and the electrical system will start to slow down, the immune system will become suppressed. Everything becomes suppressed. Secondary following that is hypothyroidism. Dr. Broda Barnes wrote a wonderful book many years ago, which is a classic, called The Hidden Cause of All Disease. I believe that was the name of it, The Hidden Cause of Illness or The Hidden Cause of All Disease. Dr. Broda Barnes, if anybody's interested in reading this classic book, Barnes. And he talked about how depression and autoimmunity and cancer and heart disease all have this hypothyroid connection, which makes sense because the thyroid is the engine that runs every system in the body. But the real issue is that the thyroid is linked up to the adrenal glands. And as the adrenal glands are your stress management glands. So there's a relationship between the energy we get from our stress system, our emergency system, and the energy we get from our regular energizing system, the thyroid. We call this the adrenal thyroid axis. And that is a line that imaginary line that you can draw from the adrenal glands, the emergency energy system, to the thyroid gland, the regular energy system. What that means is as the body's adrenal energy, as the body runs on adrenal energy more and more and more, the thyroid will start to slow down. And the number one reason why the thyroid becomes suppressed, the main reason why the thyroid becomes suppressed, is by chronic adrenal system activation. What the heck is that noise there? John, I don't know what that is. John, that's all right, Michael. John, if you could turn down that phone call. This is very important. I want to get into this. The number one reason why the thyroid slows down is because of excess stress survival emergency activity. So calming the body down is strategy number one. Strategy number one for reducing the symptoms of hypothyroidism. Deep breathing techniques, eliminating problem foods, reducing anything that puts a stress into the body, nutritional deficiencies, anything that burdens the body, certainly psychological and mental and emotional burdens as well. Anything that burdens the body is going to eventually have an effect on slowing down the thyroid via this adrenal thyroid axis. So eliminating stressors, especially digestive stressors, calming the body down using deep breathing techniques, sitting in a hot tub and relaxing, massage, nutritional supplementation, eliminating sugar and pro-inflammatory foods. All of these are very important for helping prevent hypothyroidism. The second major cause of hypothyroidism is autoimmunity. In fact, many, if not most cases of Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism involve an autoimmune reaction against the thyroid. You can always tell you have an autoimmune problem by digestive health issues. If you have digestive health issues in combination with hypothyroidism, it's almost a guarantee that you're dealing with an autoimmune issue. That means find digestive symptoms, link those digestive symptoms to specific foods, and then eliminate those foods. So number one for hypothyroidism, you got to reduce the stress that's getting into the body through foods, through lack of oxygen, through lack of nutrition. And number two, you've got to correct digestive problems, eliminating any kind of autoimmune attack on the thyroid. Now, this idea of just using iodine for the thyroid is just as silly as just using Synthroid for the thyroid. Iodine is an incredibly important nutrient. I mean incredibly. It's essential. It's just as important as vitamin C and vitamin E and selenium and all of the other essential nutrients, but you don't want to think of using iodine as some kind of medicine or some kind of dosing remedy for hypothyroidism. It is not. Unless you have everything's perfect in your body and all you are is deficient in iodine, you're not going to get rid of your hypothyroid symptoms simply by taking iodine. Again, that doesn't mean iodine's not important. It is. It's very, very, very important, and I highly recommend everybody gets on an iodine supplement, but taking care of your thyroid is much more than simply taking iodine. Number one for hypothyroidism, relax the body, eliminate stressors, and especially digestive stressors, correct autoimmune issues, that especially means eliminating problem foods, and then using nutritional supplements like iodine can be very helpful, but selenium is also very important for the thyroid. I'd be using the OPC, the Ultimate Selenium from Youngevity, 400 to 600 micrograms a day. MSM sulfur, also very important for the thyroid. The B vitamins, very, very important for the thyroid. You'll get that your B vitamins in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And then vitamin A, also very important for the thyroid. I would be taking 20,000 international units a day of vitamin A. Vitamin C can be helpful for the thyroid, maybe 5,000 milligrams a day. You'll get vitamin C in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine as well. So, and then also essential fatty acids, always important for all hormonal health issues. Omega-3 fatty acids especially. Make sure you're on your Ultimate EFAs. These are all nutritional supplemental strategies for helping with hypothyroidism, in addition to the iodine that everybody seems to know is important for the thyroid. So relaxing the body, Making sure you're eliminating stressors, especially digestive stressors, linking foods to digestive symptoms to correct any autoimmune problems, and then using nutritional supplements are all strategies for helping with the thyroid. Thanks for your call, Michael. I hope we helped you out with that. Most important point here is it's not just iodine for the thyroid, even though that seems to be what everybody thinks. Everybody thinks that iodine is some kind of remedy for the thyroid. And by the way, if you are hypothyroid and your doctor says, well, you got to be on Synthroid, you might want to advise your doctor from a pharmacist that Synthroid is a very, very, very poor pharmacological treatment for hypothyroidism. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Tomorrow we'll continue talking about the super, uber, mega important supplement choline, and I'll begin the program tomorrow talking a little bit about my take on this whole controversy with One World Way. Thanks so much for listening, folks. I encourage you to check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, and if you want to join the Brightside Ben team, give the Brightside Ben phone team a call at 866-735-2470, or alternatively, you can click on the Join the Team link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com and help me in my mission to educate the world about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program. Thanks for listening, folks. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating in excess of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929. This is John Hubner, and that was me in 2007. And we all know what happened when the subprime credit bubble burst. By March 2009, the dollar lost 50% of its value. The entire U.S. banking system was on the verge of collapsing. Like all financial problems of the past, is history about to repeat itself? Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129, before it's too late to protect yourself. Will the oncoming catastrophe take all private IRAs, 401ks with it? There is a way to protect your hard-earned assets. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610, or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates, 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal services.